We can't talk about the CBX without first mentioning that engine. And what an engine it is! 1047cc, 24 valves, dual overhead camshafts, and 6 cylinders with 6 carburetors. The CBX, it made an impact. To be honest though, it had to. The late 70s were a golden age for Japanese motorcycles, but Honda was lagging behind. They tried to catch up with the GL1000, but it didn't really excite as much as the Suzuki GS1000 or the king, the Kawasaki Z1. Honda may have kick-started the superbike era with the CB750, but they were lacking another bike that captured hearts as much as that one did. The CBX was developed to make bikers pay attention to Honda again. And it worked. Not just because of that engine, but also because of that 6-cylinder Symphony coming out of the tailpipes. With the CBX, Honda was back.
I was offered a go on one of these when I was 17 years old. I was riding a Honda 404 and that felt like a big bike to me because I hadn't long got off of a 250. Throwing my leg across one of these with this enormously wide tank, an even wider engine, a massively wide 6-cylinder engine, it felt like something from a different planet. Even having ridden lots of modern bikes, it still actually feels really, really quick. This torque and power from nothing, and it just keeps pulling and pulling, and it just doesn't stop. Handling-wise, it doesn't in any way feel like a small bike, but it's surprising just how quick you can hustle it down the lanes. If there's two things which show its age on this bike, it is those skinny forks and that narrow tyre. But something that really does help is just these light controls. Super light clutch, 2-finger brakes. To be able to pull up really quick with 2 fingers is quite a revelation, really.
The CBX wasn't Honda's first 6-cylinder bike. In the late 60s, Honda were racing against Yamaha and Suzuki's 4-cylinder 4-strokes. According to designer Shoichiro Irimajiri, cylinder multiplication was the only way Honda could be competitive in the GPs. That same philosophy guided CBX development, and its engine is a direct descendant of the racing machines. That pedigree is part of what makes it so appealing, especially after Mike Hailwood won every single race of the 1966 250cc World Championship on an RC166. The look of the CBX was equally iconic. That petrol tank has to be one of the most dramatic ever to be seen on a motorcycle. The CBX was as alluring and beautiful as it was powerful. Even though they didn't sell that many, the momentum that came from the CBX project helped pull Honda out of a difficult period, and arguably led to other innovative bikes like the CB900F. Even so, the original CBX was the last and arguably most bombastic poster boy for the 70s superbike era. It put Honda back on the map by getting an exhilarating bike on the roads, which is exactly where they needed to be.